next remake that's going to be taking place going into Summoners Rift. Remember that all the champions and all the bans from that second set are going to stay the same going into the second series. And we've flicked the switch. We found the problem with the spaghetti code, so we're going to be able to get back in just fine, I hope.
Same picks, same bans, ideally. Everything you can, of course, see on your screen right now. So the first thing that we'll have to bring up, because it's been a while since we've spoken about it, it's been a while since we've seen it as well, is that there is a Yasuo against a Zoe in the middle lane. Now, I know that's not the first thing that you'll be looking at home if it's your first time seeing the draft, because there's an Aatrox on the Rift that actually exists. But we saw that in the last game as well. So this is something that is now a known quantity to us, where what we haven't had a chance to see is Rookie against Yagao playing Zoe against Yasuo, which is just super exciting.
Which we're going to get to see going into this second set as soon as we get onto Summoner's Rift. Going to be a fun matchup here. Rookie playing his Zoe against the Yasuo is going to be cool. Aatrox the second time going through. I mean, on blue side, both games, Akali's been banned. That's normally a red side ban. And Aatrox is being picked up on blue side both times. IG, they don't frankly care about these powerful picks they have to ban on red side. It seems like they can just play through it.
I mean, at the end of the day, IG are just seemingly so confident in that they have counters in draft to certain picks, right? And the Aatrox is the best example of that. Game number 1, they picked Jace, and that Jace got ruined. And it's not just the 1v1 where he got ruined. He had to use summoners in his 1v1 twice, which is not ideal. He had the pressure of all of JD coming up towards him. What feels uncomfortable for JD in response to that, though, is that strategically, I didn't feel like they were equipped to use the Aatrox to its fullest. And I think that is something that they could probably reassess coming into the second game draft. They've got knockups on Aatrox that can actually complement Yasuo. They've actually got a couple more things now there through the draft that may help JD just a little bit more. Where in game 1, it was like a little bit like a fish out of water in that respect. And it's like fish, I guess. But the problem was that the 3v3 from JD was suffering and that they couldn't get the Aatrox in to help.
Yeah, and it's Aatrox going to the top lane as well. Once again, so last match it was Aatrox top lane. This time around it is going to be played by Zoom. They can swap things up. Zoom can roam into the mid lane instead at the start of the match, but from what we know, it's going to be Aatrox going up towards top side again. Jhin being picked up is an interesting one. We do see Jhin a lot with the current meta. Being picked up by Loken though, and we also have the Janna being played on the side of Invictus game. The first Janna game we'll get in the summer split of the LPL.
Yeah, the Janna is very curious. So just to speak towards the Jhin, we've actually seen a decent amount of it once Halo Blades Jhin became a thing. But a lot of the most recent Jhins, including IG's owner, went footwork on the Jhin.
We're back.
And, you know, that's a bit of a survivability thing there, and perhaps lanes where you've acknowledged that you're going to be losing.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, what is it that makes Jhin strong? It is the hail of blades, it is the move speed, fast boy Jhin, when he goes absolutely everywhere, and he embodies the fast.
He's a big boy and he's a fast boy. I want to give a shout out to all the Mandarin casts at the moment. I believe they got Kid on the desk at the moment too. For all 15 minutes they were talking through, they just gave us a thumbs up as well. No break for them. Absolute troopers. And they're going to be bringing us into the second map of this best of 3 series. No matter where JD go, no.
It's not about the size of the fan base, though. It's about how you use it. JD's manager, you can hear him a mile away.
Yeah, it's not about the size of your fan base. It's how loud your manager is. And JD's manager is loud. Invictus Gaming fans are here in packs, though.
We're on. The Rift is on IG a diamond. JD seem to be a solid gold at the moment.
Diamond tier.
By their team rankings.
It's my favorite border.
We explained this a while ago, but I do understand that we were in a pause. So to explain it again, the fans at home on different platforms vote for their favorite player. And by voting, the players go up ranks in a League of Legends sense. So their individual rankings go up, and the accumulative average of their individual rankings is the team ranking. So
that was very cute coming out from the Shy as well, dashing out all over those. I just noticed too, Balan was silver. He double promoted, Rusty. He went from silver straight to gold and then straight into platinum.
Jackie's up as well. Welcome to Master Tier.
Going straight. Oh, hello. Promoted straight up to Master Tier.
Level 2 going straight in here as well towards the blue buff. From under the nose of Clid. At that, this Gragas. He's gone from red buff, he started the wolves, and he'll be coming over to this blue buff. It's a race that Ning is just
wins.
definitively winning.
He picks up the blue buff away from Clid's side of the jungle. Blast cones over the wall on top of that. Already early action in the mid lane. Rookie's gone for the electrocute. Zoe taking some damage from Yagao here, who jumps on top of him. Ignite is ticking nice and early. Cleanse being used very early as well by Yagao.
I like that from Yagao. Through this lane trade, he actually values the health more than anything else. Now, this level 2 Zoe has gone towards Q and W, so doesn't have the Sleepy Trouble Bubble till 3, and at level 3, Yagao gets a Wind Wall. So he chooses to use the Cleanse in lane to stay healthier, so that at level 3, he can still outplay his opponent, and he isn't pushed out or forced to recall. That's a cute thing, it's a small thing, but I really like that from Yagao a lot.
Makes sense. Really good Q plays in the mid lane. Checking with top side map, we do get to watch the Shy on his Camille pick, tanking a turret shot there, not the best, but he's gone for press the attack on his Camille. When Camille was first released, we saw a lot of Comet being picked up.
It's unavoidable once the Comet connects. Of course, we'll see his entire rune set up here, so press the attack, very good for trades a lot of the time because Aatrox is going to be in melee range regardless, and you'll see continued trades here. Every single time he gets his adaptive shield, he'll most likely go for the plays, and he's got the wave in such a good position for himself. I mean, we said this already, but the Shy comes in, Duke goes out, and suddenly IG against an Aatrox are just controlling the 1v1. The Shy is just that good at League of Legends.
How the turntables, Rusty. Look at this. Bottom lane's pushing in for Jackie Love. He's got lethal tempo on his Varus once again, but Clid is looking for a gank, and he's been able to wrap around.
He's got the flash body slam.
There he goes, flash body slam, locked down as well. Jackie Love eaten up, but first blood picked up by Logan.
And sadly, not a lot that Ajana can do to save him. Now, Balan has got the heal, but pure acknowledgement. That was a dead Varus. The second the flash body slam had connected, even with Logan missing that W. Now, Ning potentially looking for the counterplay here.
He was on top of a ward, so JD knew that he was here. Dodges out from the captive audience as Jackie Love teleports back into lane.
Yeah, Lumao doesn't have the flash, so they thought they caught him out of position, but he has the heal. So both supports rocking the heal to compensate for the lack of heal on their AD carries, and they are able to walk away, but at the cost of a summoner spell. Curious from JD if they did have vision in that bush, but at the end of the day, it works out fairly evenly.
Sunsealed spellbook for Limao, and then we've got the Airy being picked up by Baolan. So we're not going to see a swap to an exhaust or a teleport.
A dangerous game for Ning. He may die.
Ning's trying to take this.
Ning will die.
Oh.
Ning's actually, yeah, if that dragon hit him again.
He dead.
He was playing with fire quite literally, but he also thought he might be able to take, you know, a level 4 Trundle with the smite up at the red buff. Thought maybe, but not today.
Doesn't get it. He goes straight back towards his wolf camp. Smites that to get the health back too. Clid's waiting for a gank in the mid lane though. He's fallen behind quite a bit in the jungle. Ning level 4, 33 CS to 16 being picked up by Gragas.
It hurts when half your jungle is taken away from you on the top side of the map. Of course, as we look towards this bottom lane, once again, IG are pushing forwards. So whilst Clid is not visible for the most part, IG will be able to place their vision down ideally and respect the fact that he is invisible. Everything will be okay.
A nice little counters coming out from the Shy. They're taking a lot of damage though. Zoom playing this one quite well now. Dashes forward, gets a final auto attack in. This time he will force the Shy back to base.
But I don't think there's any interrupts that can stop Camille's hookshot in this interaction, but it's champion by champion basis, so it's hard to say. There's a chance that Aatrox can actually cancel Camille's hookshot if she's latched the wall and you stun her with the mini knockups. Zoom finally getting the better of a trade in the top lane, however, as the teleport not available for the Shy. Means that he'll have to walk, and look what he's missing.
Cannon wave does get pushed in, so we'll lose this big wave as he walks back in.
That's so big though. Look at the CS difference between them already, and Zoom gets an advantage like that from a single trade. It started promising for the Shy, but at the end of the day, Aatrox is still Aatrox no matter how you play it.
But a much slower start to this match, Rusty. Last game we had a lot of action early on. We've had a single gank coming out from Clid, so JD take a lead to begin the match. Every lane except for top side, including the jungle for Invictus Gaming, is going in their favor though.
Yeah, level 6 is still a pretty big break point though. In comparison to the last game where LeBlanc is strong at level 2 or 3, just by having the chains. A lot of the combo for a Yasuo is Gragas being 6 though, more so than just the Yasuo being 6. And well done from IG has actually been diffusing that as hang on.
Ooh, forced away there, Ning. Wind Wall's going to block out the Sleepy Trouble Bubble extra damage from the Paddle Stars.
See, there's a constant battle between these two in the middle lane. Very strong mechanical players as Top's going at it as well.
Shy taking some damage, hook shots away from the pullback.
It's great in theory, but I think in practice, you know, a lot of the time through this early stage, Aatrox just by being himself is still very powerful and can command the lane. Especially with his Ninja Tabi as the boot selection.
Yeah, very early Ninja Tabi's going to help him out quite a bit. Shy's going to have a hard time with that. Does get the knock up there and the damage. Will be locked down shortly, but good use of press the attack. Gets the extra damage, ducks back out.
I feel like anything can happen at any moment from just watching this lane. You know, they are so in each
volatile.
other's face because they kind of have to be. That's how you got to play the matchup. If you're playing this Camille, you have to constantly be trading your summoners. Now, Ning, he's level 6. He gives over the enemy blue buff, and they are going top lane right now.
Charging towards top side. Shy's going to tank up the turret first. Has the ultimate to try and disengage if he has to. Zoom pops his own ultimate. The Shy tanking for a little bit too long. Gets down very low, throws down his own ultimate, but it's a trade! Jumps back in at the wrong time. Zoom gets a 1-for-1.
Super tragic there for the Shy. Rookie barely lives, but has got the flash to get out. If the Yasuo can get to her in time, he's going to be fine. And IG, they do get the kill thereafter. They do make sure that a lot of those minions are denied under the turret and that Yagao has to come up just to collect them. So it could have been a lot worse, but that was still very good from them. They kill the Aatrox. They get the ball rolling on the map.
Zoom popping his ultimate at the right time there means that he could fall and the Shy couldn't drop turret aggro with his ultimate.
I'm hoping we get the replay, because I think the best way to play this one out is that Camille should be ulting to change turret aggro up when Zoom presses R here. So if you get the turret to change aggro to Ning, probably from that position, that'd be best case scenario. But the Shy tanks 2 extra turret shots during that time, and that's all it takes for an Aatrox to knock him down.
He had flash as well. Shy could have used it, but trade 1-for-1 top side of the map between Zoom and the Shy. It's waiting for a gank in the top lane. Has flash available again on Gragas.
I would love to see him go mid lane right now, but top works because they're constantly fighting.
All the time. Shy's going to get good damage once again. Press the attack. Prop. Oh, pop. Proct. Finally got it.
Spit it out.
1 out of 3. $1 for 3 tries.
He's still staying around here, and it makes you wonder if he was looking for perhaps a counter gank onto the Shy just as much as he is looking to get a gank off himself. He's had his own jungle taken from him. He's running at a disadvantage, almost 2 levels right now, 8 almost to 6.
Spotted out by the ward there too, so the Shy walks straight back towards his second turret.
Look at the CS difference between junglers. Ning's about to tick 8. This is such a big game on making sure Zoom gets ahead, but he is sacrificing himself in the process.
Yep, 75, 76 CS to 39. Gragas not having a good start so far. The Shy has fallen behind, but it's nowhere near as drastic. 10 CS down. He's got a wave to farm as well.
If a Trundle and a Gragas walk into the same lane and it isn't top lane, I do feel that IG could be able to come out on top. Now, top lane.
Counter gang is coming through, so let's see how fast they can try and take Zoom down. Pops his own ultimate. They lock him down in a Hextech ultimatum, but he's going to get thrown into invulnerability. Now collapsing onto towards Ning. He tries to charge forward. Zoom taking a lot of damage. One more chomp! Can't get the final chomp, and JD counter the gang top lane.
Ning with no flash, so he just goes for the kill, tries to make the trade. Rookie is up here, but not in time to influence the state of the... Oh, that was really close.
Yeah, at least buy some time. Rocky looking to jump in. No wind wall thrown out.
He's going to make sure they walk all the way back to the turret, that they respect, and that they back away to make sure that his roam was not in vain. At the end of the day, they still get the kills thereafter. Gragas able to come in, and Gragas getting kills is something that is very big for circumventing the disadvantage that he has through the jungle position.
He's still a level behind. At 30 CS is about 2 kills worth. 1-to-1 in kills means he's still about 600 gold behind.
You know what we haven't talked about is his bottom lane. It's
His bottom lane turret is going to die.
Yeah, it's still a 20 CS lead for Jackie Love down here. Once again, we speak towards the silent hero of the team for IG lately, and Jackie Love's been playing pretty well.
He has 110 CS, so about 15 up over Varus. Sorry, over Jhin. Once again, going for the on-hit attack speed build. I like it a little bit more with Janna, because Janna can proc out and censor a lot easier and keep you in a zone where you can just sit and attack for a long time. But they're just going to try and force this turret.
It's a great play from Ning, no hesitation. Doesn't even go back to the jungling. Redemption used from Zoe to come down and ensure that they have to back away. And suddenly IG get themselves the first turret of the game. Not solo gold, but it's still map control that they've been able to garner through their 2v2, through their bottom lane, and through Jackie Love.
Jackie Love's ultimate just going wide there as well. He was looking to try and start a fight for his team. Tiamat complete for the Shy as well as his Ninja Tabbies, means he can start training a bit more effectively against Zoom, who's sitting on a lot of health items, not so much damage.
Curious to see where the Shy does go after this Tiamat, however. If he wants to complete the Ravenous Hider to sustain better in lane, which I think is perfectly valid in this matchup, or if he does choose the Trinity Force, you know, to deal that extra damage and trade better in the lane, not sustain.
Ning will return for this Infernal Dragon though. He tried to take it down solo earlier. Very clearly that didn't work out. Clid tries to jump in, doesn't get the smite battle down, and
good flash
away from Ning, avoids the cast altogether.
Yeah, remember when there's a Gragas with a Yasuo, any kind of Gragas ult connecting is entryway to the fight, so they choose to flash very safely at that away. Ning's still under pressure.
Yeah, takes some damage, but he's okay. JD gonna try and siege up mid lane. Rookie is very low on mana, so he can't stay to defend this for very long.
Yeah, and the Trouble Bubble missed. Sorry, not the Trouble Bubble. The Paddle Star missed on that back wave, so they get an extra 3 to 5 shots off, and they are still hunting.
Curticor comes out. Rookie forced to block for Ning.
They just wait. Yeah.
Waits through it, but now they're both incredibly low. No mana for Rookie, no health. Balan will show up and siege this turret, but Zoom looking to go in, forces the ultimate out. IG just staying way too long here. Nick's gonna be the first casualty, and that's a big mistake. Just sacrifice the turret.
They have no reason to still be there, IG. They send 2 people. They thought that Balan coming may help, and they probably had Jackie Love coming nearby saying we can get there, but they couldn't get there in time. And Zoom coming from the bottom side of the middle lane is able to influence that fight. He does it very well, while Yagao is the one in the side lane right now.
He's in the top side of the map. He's sieging the top lane out to turrets. So JD trade back. Now it's 1-4 on turrets. They've got 4 kills. They're repeating what they did in game 1 with such a sizable early game lead.
This is the kind of early game lead you'd be more confident in, however, for JD Gaming.
Of course.
It's not a trade. The hiccups that we have to continue to look towards and monitor are what happens in the mid-game, when JD ultimately did falter. Their composition, we mentioned this a long time ago during the pause, is regarding their engage, it's not the most obvious thing. It's not a Wombo type thing. It's not a Sejuani ultimate. It's not a Malphite. It's a Gragas and a Yasuo for the most part, but that's mostly your mid-game skirmishes in terms of engages. When you have late game, hard to say that their engage source is anything other than a flash body slam from Gragas with the cast, but even then there's a lot of room for error regarding that. For IG, they've got a lot of things that can either force summoner spells or force engages out. We named the Trundle Pillar as a surprisingly large factor in that regard. You got the Varus ultimate, you got the Trouble Bubble. Those things hit, and they're not full committal engaged, but they've got follow-up, because their composition has got follow-up.
Invictus Gaming now are about 1,000 gold behind JD, so JD have done a good job of getting a lead. But we saw what Invictus Gaming could do about 20 minutes into the match, where they can just flick a switch, look for a fight, and win it. Much better early game spikes for JD this time now.
They spotted Ning here, for the record. They pinged him out.
So JD have got a Phantom Dancer on Yasuo already, Storm Razor already complete for Loken, so they're sitting quite comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, JD in a very cozy spot. Those big item spikes, oh, hello. Those big item spikes are something that will do wonders for them if they are able to make the plays. Now, a consideration is that Clid, whilst he is the AP damage dealer of the entire team, will be building AP almost out of necessity. That makes him very vulnerable. And we just spoke towards him being engaged. Speaking of engage.
Coming out from JD, Tornado's going to miss, so Jackalov almost locked down, but it's Janna that's thrown backwards. Yagao jumps in, and the Curticor does enough damage to finish them off. Good fight being picked by JD in the mid lane.
Yeah, well done. Unfortunately for Balan, the Tornado not able to hit the mark. Just some mistiming there, and they're very freely able to get their spells off. Could have perhaps survived. Remember that he has the flash, but once he was locked down with the Yasuo ultimate, he was dead to rights, so chooses not to use that summoner spell. And we'll just save it as Rookie. Ouch.
Ooh, almost tagged by that captive audience. That could have been a kill. He's now trying to run away from this. Loken, so close. But if that captive audience hit, that was good night, Rookie.
Certainly possible. That was a lot of damage coming out of Clid. Even if he's behind in the jungle, he's still been able to contribute to kills. He's got his Sorcerer shoes. He's completed his Runic Echoes. He's feeling real good about himself in that jungle role. And Rookie can do some serious damage of his own, but not at that closer range. JD, here they go with a power play in top lane.
Rift Herald being dropped down in the top lane. Loken's going to be able to get some good damage onto this turret as well. Rookie is here, so is Ning. This Rift Herald will not get the turret, but chunks it down very low.
And they don't need to do it on a mid lane outer turret. So JD Gaming, they choose to place it top. Now, it could have went towards the bottom lane if they wanted. You could actually almost place it down there with a single split pusher like Zoom if he had the teleport up, but he doesn't have that. They want to keep doing things as a grouping. If you think back to game number 1, what was it that was the undoing of JD Gaming? Is that they never did anything as a team. It was 3 men with a 1-3-1 assignment. This time around, whilst it's not the high percentage play, it's grouping.
JD going to look for the fight. JackeyLove being locked down first. Zoom getting on top of him, gets here, Gal into the back lines. Good flash away coming out from JackeyLove. Lives through the fight to start of the Shy. Gets the first kill. Zoom's going to be knocked down through his ultimate, trying to crawl away from this fight. The follow-up's coming through. Lumao is going to try and save him. Loken's still very healthy, but JackeyLove, what a play coming out from the AD carry.
Yeah, Jackie plays it brilliantly, and all of IG are able to navigate around the Aatrox. Yet it feels like almost on cue, Fish, I say a problem that JD are currently suffering, and they find a way to do exactly what I said they shouldn't be, and what they haven't been this entire game. It happened in game 1 during the mid-game, and once again, they thought they had it. They had the Aatrox going forwards. It gave the knock-up for Yagao on his Yasuo, but then they were just sitting ducks.
Pretty sure Invictus Gaming would have wanted to get a bit more out of that, but just a 1-kill trade on the back half.
Tom, Kench, and Gragas are in base. So the Janna gives a good shield. JackeyLove with the perfect timing on the flash, of course, after the duration of the ultimate. Yagao's just going to die. Zoom's lucky to be alive. And Tom Kench, whilst he is put to bed, he has cleanse, so he's able to save him regardless. As Rookie's dead.
Yeah, meanwhile, during that replay, Rookie was hunted and killed by Loken's curtain call. So right as Invictus Gaming make a play to get back into it, JD claimed a 2,000 gold lead once more. 2-0-2 on this Jhin, going for his rapid fire cannon nice and early.
It's actually a very big Jhin.
Yep.
Once that second item is completed on the rapid fire cannon, presumably.
The scary thing is JackeyLove is on attack speed Varus. He needs to live through these fights. If he gets hit by any one of these champions, he's probably dead.
I mean, that's what the Janna's purpose for. Against the Aatrox, the Janna is able to put in a lot of crowd control, put in a lot of work, and keep distance for JackeyLove to be safe. That's a lot of the name of the game here, honestly, for IG, is protect the love below.
JD going to try and siege the top side of the map. Zoom is not here, but this turret's already very low. JackeyLove trying to clear out these waves. Good shields coming out from Janna, but remember with the changes that were made to Janna Z, shields do deteriorate over time.
Yeah, because of the Herald charge, it's only buying time for IG, however. At the end of the day, it's good pressure from JD, and now a stone's throw from falling down is the top lane inner turret. We'll get to see how Rookie dies. Uses the redemption to push the wave, and then a Tom Kench comes in. I mean, try as you might to navigate that, Rookie, and he really did try to navigate that.
Oh, hey, oh.
Yeah. There was a Gragas ultimate coming onto his face anyway, and that's an 8B Gragas.
He almost lived. That's the only thing I can think about.
Yeah.
It was so close.
Rookie's a magician. Not only is Zoe a magician, Rookie is a magician on Zoe.
Did I read the tentative changes for Zoe correctly? Is her trouble bubble only going to be a projectile now? It's not going to linger on the ground in the future?
No idea. I haven't seen that.
Oh, I thought that's the, the Zoe enthusiast. You love that champion so much, you would know.
I don't read nerfs. I only play it to win.
I don't know. I saw a big tweet about the Keystone nurse.
Oh god,
asking why Riot was attacking your champion, but needs to be caught out again. Force a flash over the wall, gets away successfully. Rookie tries to dash in, immediately takes a crit to the face by Loken.
To be clear, my champion is Bard, so that's a very different ballpark.
Oh,
but
it's not. You're horrible, Bard.
Yeah, righto. That's why I'm Master Tier.
They're going to try and charge towards JackeyLove. They don't get anywhere close to him.
Nope,
what was that?
Their item spikes. I said that's why I'm Master Tier on the Chinese server, brah. IG engaging.
Tom Kench able to save Yagao from the engage. Now they're going to try and jump in. JackeyLove taking a lot of damage, trying to be saved by the Monsoon. Good damage being thrown back out. The Shy locking down Loken. He's going to go down first, so Click gets that first kill. And Zoom trying to dash back in. Gets knocked down. His ultimate wears off. So IG do trade 1-for-1. Lumen are stuck between a rock and a hard place. The pillar keeps it there. One more auto attack for JackeyLove. Gets the kill. And IG are going to try and break mid lane out of turret.
And they continue to press forwards. Rookie just picking up a flash from someone else as well. Baolan is the secret MVP of that entire fight. And I really look forward to watching that in the replay because honestly, That was a pop-off from Ajana, and that's something you don't often get to say. JackeyLove just so supported and so enabled to deal damage. They time it incredibly well on the Aatrox, and they just take him down. IG, they get the turret they're after. They even get the second Drake.
Cloud Dragon picked up by Invictus Gaming. They pull back the gold lead slightly. They take down mid lane out, showing once again that team fights against JD. We think JD is meant to be strong during these team fights, but it's IG that are showing up on the day.
And they did it without vision. Look at all the wards they've got. It's on the red side jungle. That's 3 control wards placed up there. But they execute in mid with that lack of vision. JD, sound decision making to try and start the fight. But this tornado, that knocks up Clid and Loken. That completely denies them. And then Zoom, when he tries to come in, the monsoon keeps him out. So again, JackeyLove just, he doesn't even need to auto space. He can stand still and Balan delivers the pain. And then Zoom, unfortunately, loses the ultimate. The timing was impeccable from IG on that one.
The pillar on the back half as well from Ming. Keeping Lumao stuck between the pillar and the turret was beautiful. Perfect spacing. Shy now going for a one-on-one against Zoom. He's a level behind, already used the hook shot.
He has a Trinity Force, not a Ravenous Hydra. So these trades, if he loses them, that is permanent health lost.
Oh, Zoom going to be missing one of his abilities, so he's taking a lot of damage from the Shy, but there's a wraparound coming out from Clid. Shy playing this one nice and safe, tries to lock him down. Zoom throws out the ultimate. Here comes Clid, hook shot on the wall! No. Gets away from the body slam!
The Shy, the wizard, just barely misses out. That was a max range body slam and just a Teemo's pixels away. Teemo's head, not even that much, and he's able to just slink away to safety. IG, they now press up towards the Baron. If nothing else, they'll get themselves the top lane outer turret for their troubles. Gragas revealing himself bottom.
He's a wizard, Rusty, and was able to execute well in that bottom lane. The Shy picks up the master tier after that play as well. Playing so well.
The master tier mechanical magician.
JackeyLove being collapsed upon once again. Good sidestep. Locks down Lumao. Taking a lot of damage as well. Time catch obliterated. They do kill Janna on the back half, so support for support.
Zoom in.
Trying to charge into this fight, but could take a lot of damage. Look at Yagao jumping in on top of JackeyLove.
No.
JackeyLove with the double. Zoom forced to jump in to get clean up there. Loken's still very healthy. Being in a lot of trouble. Rookie trying to go to Dotito against Cleared. Nicely to stopwatch. Paddle Star gets the return kill. Trouble Bubble straight on top of him. Zoom going to try and protect him as best as he can, but a very scrappy back and forth fight. The Shy, though, is the real victor here. He's going to be able to push through bottom lane. Oh!
He gets a flash from Loken from that much range. You've got to be kidding me. The Shy doesn't get the turret. But everything just dissipates. IG somehow in a disadvantage. They pretty much come out even, if not ahead from the fight, and they get pressure bottom lane. You've got to be kidding me, Invictus Gaming.
That's really crucial coming out from Rookie as well. Next team fight, Loken is going to have 0 defensive summoner spells. That's already a very immobile AD carry.
And this is some serious work from JackeyLove. The kiting at the start gets a lethal tempo, and the wind wall can't be gone through because the pillar was impeccable. So now Clid comes in, no ultimate, which means no access for Yasuo. However, he'll hit his own tornadoes, and there's so much dodging you can do. And then it's the Rookie show. Watch this flash from Rookie over the body slam from Clid. This is one of the coolest things. He just swaps positions, gets the Zonias, and just perfectly times the Paddle Star, locks him down.
Gets the shutdown as well.
Just paints a pretty picture, honestly, there, IG's mid laner. And then gets the flash out of Loken on the backside.
There's a reason why he's got the Challenger tier border next to his name in this game itself. Of course, the fans are voting for Rookie.
Really gets you thinking, though, what'll happen if the Shy is able to join the fray, join the fight. If I was the Shy, I'd actually be looking towards perhaps Yagao as a target you want to take down. Now, you can definitely assassinate Loken. If you get on a flank, he'll be the easiest target. More often than not, Jin wants to space himself as far away as possible. But if you can kill that Yasuo, that's a lot of their combo removed.
If the Shy locks down Yasuo inside the Hextech ultimatum,
he can't ult.
He can't ult through it.
I think you ult, but then like get pulled. It's weird. I hope we see it happen, so I don't have to try and...
I'm not exactly sure how that interaction works, but I do see the Shy being so aggressive against Zoom in this bottom lane. Good damage. Pops the Steros Gauge, but now the Shy has to hook shot away. Zoom!
Trouble.
Gonna get so much damage, forces the Hextech ultimate, and he's locked down underneath the turret, but Zoom just turns around and gives it to the Shy.
At the start of the fight, you see a Vamp Scepter for the Shy, and you're like, okay, he wants to sustain through. But he's against a red buff Aatrox, and he loses the 1v1. Just by being too cocky and taking the fight that honestly he should not have.
It's a red buff Steros Gauge Aatrox as well, so With the Black Cleaver, the prolonged fights are always going to go in Zoom's favor. Not quite sure what the Shy was thinking. Almost looked like he was trying to get away with that hook shot, but just too close.
Yeah, Zoom's still very big in this game. And remember that during all of this, note that Clid, 3-1 and 5, has the Zhonya's Hourglass and is actually a super big damage dealing threat into the back line.
He's got Sorcerer Boots. No wonder why he was able to pop Janna in that last fight.
He's going to pop people, but he's also like poppable. And he's against the Zoe. He's against the Varus. Yeah, he's poppable. So either he's popping off or he's popped. I mean, that's exactly what you'd expect from him. His role is to do magic damage, though.
The only tank available on the side of JD is going to be Lumao. He's got a Knight's Vow to help someone out.
Yeah. And it's not about tankiness for JD Gaming this time around. It's about, you know, using the Aatrox with his ultimate. Because that's not purely being a tank, but he's very sturdy. He sustains a lot during that time as well.
Double Steris Gauge works out as well. One for Yasuo, one being picked up by Zoom.
And that's the thing. They've got bruises. So whilst they don't have a pure tank, and IG will have Ning coming into the late game, even Ning's going towards the Tiamat build, so he's not going to be a pure tank. It's going to be the bruiser battle. It's about who dies first, because number advantages mean more than anything else, really.
Now, the Shy is going to try and take this time to take down a Cloud Dragon for his team. Ning will be able to assist in picking that up. Yep. Zoom makes his way straight back towards bottom side of the map. He's level 17 to the Shy's 15. I mean, Ravenous Hydra has been complete.
Yeah, it's a big Aatrox.
But he's a full item and a half behind Aatrox. That is scary. He's a big boy.
Now, Camille's probably going to have to go towards the Guardian Angel. I think if he can get a stopwatch, then he'll still be team fight ready. You know, having the makeshift complete item for at least one fight could be what IG are looking for. Get their foot in the door. Same thing applies for Rookie. I'm surprised that his build is actually very offensive currently. His third item with a blasting one there. Seems like he's going to have to go towards the Void Staff maybe, but also needs himself the Zhonya's. As we're going to watch this fight in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's where you should have disengaged, Shy. Your armor's been broken and Zoom just... Oh, it's brutal. Look at him go. Somersaults in the air, Rusty.
And then he is so large. That is...
he works out twice a day, 7 days a week.
He's got that post-workout pump right there.
Woo! Ow!
That's happening again.
Oh no, Shy gets pulled back as well, taking so much damage. Hook shot away.
I mean, JD should just lane as normal. Pretend nothing's changed. You're just starting your laning phase off. Zoom will win the game right now. The rest of the map's where you have to show respect. That was a lot of respect paid by ulting him away.
Afraid of the damage he could dish out. Jackie Love is rather large as well. I mean, Hurricane complete on Varus.
I don't think Jackie Love can take turrets though like the Aatrox can in these trades.
Aatrox also with double Guardian Angel, one from his ultimate, one from the item. That's going to be difficult. Clid has a flank here, but he's very squishy on this. Gragas, Jackie Love turning around. Right. Lumao's going to go down. Clid's the next target as well. No. Zoom's going to try and jump into this fight. Let's see if they can keep him away from Jackie Love. Try to kite through this one. Death's taken down against 3 people. I do not believe it. That's the ultimate pot. The Shy jumping on top of Loken. Going to be able to kill the AD carry. Zoom doing what he can. Still has Guardian Angel. Gets popped. Yagao now wants to try and join this fight, but 4 members strong. Invictus Gaming fight back against JD.
And IG do exactly what they need to. They fight in the 4v4, they get the reinforcements in, and they get the fight successfully. For JD Gaming with no Gragas ultimate, to be caught out of position on a flank is inexcusable for Clid. And he is made to pay immediately, and the Baron is now on the list.
Going towards Baron now. No AD carry for Invictus Gaming, but Jackie Love has teleport when he respawns. This should be IG's Baron.
Yeah, we'll get to see it again in that last fight as well. Balan tries to play a little bit too perfectly in that instance, unable to save his AD carry from the Aatrox. But at the end of the day, they get the fight that they're after. And IG, at 30 minutes in the game now, not 20, they'll get the team fight. The team fight gets them the Baron now. Clid, no ult. Very much out of position, and Jackie Love just stands and delivers the pain train, and he has got a lot of it right now. This is the point where Balan could ult, could still ult, and he could still ult. But so much damage from the Jhin, actually from Loken, crits him for about 500, so it's a surprising amount of damage. Balan can't react to that. So he goes down, but during all of this time, of course, the Shy, he may be an item behind Zoom, but he can still one-hit a carry.
Now with Baron buff, Invictus Gaming going to push forward. I've been thoroughly impressed with Jackie Love's performance in this series. He is looking clean on his Varus at the moment.
You know what I like about it the most? Is
What?
that he died with Flash Up. And the reason I like that is because he trusted Bowler.
Yeah.
That is a trust fall. That is team synergy right there. And, you know, without that Jhin auto attack, he probably would have survived.
Exactly. I don't think they accounted for the rapid fire cannon crit shot coming out of Jhin in the damage equation. Zoom definitely wouldn't be able to kill him all by himself, but this turret's not long for this world, and Shy wants to try and start a fight. Zoom taking a lot of damage. Jackulov flashing forward! Knocks down the ultimate coming out of Zoom in. They'd be forced back towards the fountain, Rusty.
And they're going to keep pushing here, IG. They're getting him in the fountain.
Jackulov using the stopwatch to stay alive. Balan already forced to use the ultimate. Jackulov in a lot of trouble. He gets popped by Logan. This could be JD's team fight to win. The Shy trying to dash away. IG forced out of the fight.
Rookie's still going.
Rookie does get a kill on towards Clid. Locked down underneath the portal. Ultimate comes out. Jhin with one. Hits the second. Third comes through. Four shot not connecting. Support will come through as well. Trouble Bubble comes through. Look, Rookie looking for it, but knocks him out of stasis quick and early. They do lose their carry. Jackulov being hypey there. That's why he kept the flash, Rust. He wanted to flash forward.
He chose to flash forwards. Now IG, they'll get the inhib. They're able to pressure, and they get another turret on the top side of the map as well. At the end of the day, they don't end the game. I think that's what they were looking for. That was a big force from IG. They knew they had the lead. They knew they had the advantage, and they pressed that attack incredibly hard. The Shy engages off the turret after it goes down, off the inhib to find Zoom. And so much burst, but this could have actually been a lot better from JD Gaming. What I mean by that is this flash body slam that comes out of Clid is huge, and you'll see that here at the start of this. But during the time where he goes in, Yagao is stasis because he uses the stopwatch. So that's the combo. And so tragically for JD Gaming, what could have been closer to a clean ace becomes close but not quite. Then Rookie, we get some fancy footwork here.
It's also very curious as to why Jackulov continued chasing after he already flashed forward and knocked them back towards the fountain. He could have turned towards the Nexus turret, take a Nexus or turret or two down.
I mean, he definitely could have. That's what I expected them to go towards. You know, you can get them outside of the base by forcing them to not go to the fountain.
It was stylish.
If they go to the fountain, though.
It was stylish, I'll give him that. He's now at 5.5 items, sitting on the Vamp sector, so double lifesteal coming up for Jackulov eventually.
Yeah.
Mercurial Scimitar, you'd expect be his final item.
Yeah, but the Baron's about to run out, so a little bit of extra time for JD Gaming.
But Infernal Dragon comes up, so Invictus Gaming moves straight towards that objective. Double Infernal, 35 minutes in as well.
Oh, don't do that again. That hurt. Actually, like, it's ringing.
What is wrong
ears.
with your ears? It's just a whistle, Rusty.
It's not just any whistle.
It's my whistle.
This is actually still possible for JD Gaming.
Of course, they're not out of the match by any means.
The thing that you have to consider here is that their engage isn't that great. We've mentioned that, but what I want to highlight is that IG are the ones that now have to press the attack. And if IG are engaging, that means the entryway for a Gragas ultimate is a lot easier. You know, they're going to be coming forwards towards. That unlocks the Yasuo. And because Zoom is so large that he's actually gone for a Ghost Blade, not a Death's Dance or anything of the like. That's questionable. I like it, though.
Jackulov has got his Guardian Angel, so already used that stopwatch. It's broken now. Yagao's got his own GA, and he's got an Infinity Edge as well. Jackulov gets knocked back. Yagao jumps in with the double knock-up. Ultimate being used by Balan nice and early. And it forces them back. IG don't take damage at all. The Shy's been able to lock down Zoom. He's actually winning this fight for now, but tanking the turret, taking way too much damage. Zoom gonna get knocked down. That's his ultimate in a one-on-one against the Shy. Rookie trying to dash forward. IG trying to force them underneath this fight. Zoom gets knocked out of his Guardian Angel. Rookie's gonna sit there. Paddle Star. Sleepy Trouble Bubble first. Good night. Rookie picks up that kill. Zoom's going to fall. IG lose their AD carry as well. They lose the inhibitors, and suddenly, Invictus Gaming strike. They're looking towards the final few bits and pieces that are remaining of Jindong. Double kill picked up by Varus. Guardian Angel coming out for Yagao. They want everybody dead, and everybody will die. Invictus Gaming secure #1 spot. They're the best team in the LPL.
And once again, it's IG day. They say, not in my house, JD Gaming. First place is ours. And they secure it 2-0. Try as they might, JD Gaming. Try as they might to get those leads. They cannot convert that lead into a map victory. And they are absolutely bested when it comes to crunch here. That's a lot that they'll have to take home, a lot that they'll have to work with going into playoffs. But they finally met their match on the Rift. And if you're JD Gaming, you're just happy it's now not in playoffs.
They've got time to go towards playoffs and try and find that comeback against Invictus Gaming. A well-deserved victory for IG. This wasn't a first against middle of the pack or last place team. This was first against second. And that's how dominant they were, despite early game deficits in both matches.
Yeah, this top of the table clash started to feel rather one-sided once we hit the mid to later stages of the games. Duke the Shy, doesn't matter. Zoom still finds a way to get a lead. JD still find a way to get the advantages, but IG are team fighting well. IG
Which
are
is so
actually
strange.
5v5ing.
That's where we said, I believe, Clement and I both said this, JD were the best team fighting team in the LPL for some time. EDG and RNG kind of fell off in Summer Split. JD took that title. IG were one of the worst, and they showed that they're not afraid to teamfight today against one of the best at it. And took them down with teamfights, with skirmishes.
There is ever a compliment you could give to Invictus Gaming, it's that what was their weakness is now above and beyond their strength. If they're able to take out the best team fighters in our league right now.
That's also a message to the rest of the LPL teams, and Invictus Gaming are not afraid of Aatrox. 2 games in a row, they leave it up on red side, they let blue side pick the champion. And yes, they fell behind in the second match at least, but the Shy even showing he can fall to a couple of solo kills. He will still pick up the kills late game.
They still keep it to the 4v4 though. That's the thing that IG did very well. Both the Shy and Duke are uniquely capable of doing this every single time. Is that if Aatrox wants to win lane, too bad, that's all you're going to do. You're going to stay in that lane while IG wins the 4v4. If you want to contribute to the rest of the map, IG are so far ahead or so strong in that 4v4 that you're coming in at a disadvantage. And that is the craziest thing from this game that you will always be able to look back and see is that IG, when they won team fights, they didn't even have the Shy in some of them.
Yeah.
They were winning 4v5s, they were winning fights with deficits, and they were actually beating their opponents when they had no right doing so. They're just so good.
Invictus Gaming were very good in those last 2 games. I mean, especially when they were fighting from behind a fight that we've never really seen the IG pick. They've always found leads going into 15 minutes, and that's where they've looked strongest. JD took it to them in the early game. They had the picks to take it to them in the early game, and they showed that Invictus Gaming still can fight back from behind.
But even in that second game during the draft, JD Gaming built themselves more purpose towards late game just as much as they did early game. So that in that game number 1, it was entirely about having some early game strengths. Game 2 with the Yasuo there, with the Jhin there, they had a lot of late game capabilities. I think one thing that was missing from their composition was magic damage that a Gragas had to make up. And Gragas making that up means that they don't have a lot of tanks in the composition. And then it's like this really weird cyclical thing of like, we need something, but we lose something to get that. And then it keeps going. And eventually we had a Zonya's Gragas running around, that's super squishy, that just needs to press R. Which then a tank Gragas could just press R.
Yeah, which Invictus Gaming capitalized on. So many times Jackie Love just turned around and wailed into the 2 tanks of Tom Kench as well as Gragas, who was technically an AP carry in that match. But it just seemed like we looked towards the mid lane for Rookie as well as Yagao. Yes, that was an exciting match to watch. We looked towards the top lane between Duke and the Shy up against Zoom. Still exciting to watch, but today I was really impressed by Jackie Love. The way that he played a lot of those team fights and skirmishes was beautiful, and like you said during the second last fight, defaulted to trust with Balan time and time again.
Yeah, I think his trust fall with all of IG is something that is to be admired from Jackie Love. He's always had a very strong mentality with the rest of his team, very mature for such a young man, and at the end of the day, whilst we can credit Jackie Love, and I do think he deserves the praise for a very good game and a solid set overall, where he used to be the weakness of the team, I still think that, and I know this replay doesn't do it justice, we need to highlight Baolan actually doing the same thing. It's not just that Jackie Love trusts him, it's that the trust is reciprocated between them, and that Baolan is able to play the Janna knowing that they've got a Varus, and clearly he's in very good form.
Jackie Love also picks up MVP after that performance. You're right about Baolan. I mean, you look at that last replay even, we tear it apart, that's a 4-for-1 trade.
Yeah.
That's still very good coming out for Baolan, keeping the rest of his team alive.
And remember, during all that time, they got a split pusher of the Shy who comes in late just to
4
pick up the
on 5.
Jhin. So, not the best showing from top laners, but it doesn't matter when your AD carry is this strong. And IG are a team with winning lanes. And the one place where they would go even was usually bottom, where that would be your team fight strength. But now it's winning lane. What are you meant to do against that?
Yeah, suddenly you have so many good duos in the bottom lane between iBoy, Tomeko, Uzi, and Ming. You've got SMLZ with Kalua in the bottom lane. Jackie Love and Baolan, they've already looked good during Spring Split. They're shaping up to be one of the best.
There was an interview with iBoy, I think it was, talking about the differences in strengths between AD carries. And iBoy said that, I think I'm better than Jackie Love purely because of consistency. where, you know, Jackie Love is one of those players where you'll often find that he's good one day, he unfortunately loses the game the next. But this particular game was all consistent from him. He was solid from start to finish. And that's the big takeaway that I have from this one, is that consistency seems to be what, you know, other AD carries believe puts them above him. Well, now he's got it.
Yep. Showing how well he can play, especially in this match. Does fall in the back half of this, but not before a double kill was picked up.
It requires a lot of resources from JD to lock him down. Yasuo ultimate Aatrox with the flash, and then
of course
we won't see the rest of that.
Of course Rookie puts on a show when he gets Zoe.
Yeah.
Of course, even in amongst the Shy, going up against Zoom, even in amongst Jackie Love, having flashy flash forward plays, still Rookie puts on a show.
They find a way with an Aatrox in the game to make Zoe look more broken still. They did it. They didn't think that was possible. 99% ban rate, Aatrox, by the way. No longer that.
Yep. A little bit lower now as Invictus Gaming decided to give it over to JD for a couple of the matches. And they picked up Janna as well, which was the other unorthodox one, the first Janna game we've had in Summer Split. Balan played it well. It just doesn't feel like a meta pick, but somehow fits so well into that composition.
It may not be meta, but at the same time, it provides like raw AD and protection to someone against an Aatrox and a Yasuo. So I actually think that, like, conceptually, and you know, you don't often see Janna. So I think it's a cool thing that they're able to pick that one up and they're able to try a different strategy because they know it would work. Picking Janna against Yasuo is a nightmare for Yasuo a lot of the time. When you ult, you're locked in a position that is in the backline. Janna can either hit a tornado on you or just knock you away and protect the AD carry again. Aatrox is the same thing. So, you know, you don't often see it, but I actually think it fit really well into the composition.
It did, and Balan played it quite well for the side of Invictus Gaming, and with that win over JD, they're going to be able to take first place in their conference in the LPL and secure themselves a semi-final bye going in towards the playoffs later on. This is only week 10. We still have week 11 thanks to the Asian games to be played, but IG have locked in semi-finals bye with Rogue Warriors.
And we don't have a way to show it to you just yet, but think of it like this. The playoffs brackets are odds and evens. So 1 and 3 are on the same side, 2 and 4 are going to be on the same side, which means that IG are locked in first. And scary for them means that they may have to deal with RNG on the same side of the bracket in that semi-final.
It also means that JDG and RNG is going to come down to the final game that they play. JD had the win condition of taking a single game over IG and 2-0ing their next opponents, which I believe are LGD. But unfortunately for JDG, they were not able to take a single map win, so it's going to come down to that final match of the LPL against RNG.
You wouldn't have it any other way. RNG and JD in a battle to ideally avoid Invictus Gaming. That'd be nice to do, to get second place and be able to avoid your opponents. Puts you on the Rogue Warriors side of the bracket, but I mean, I'd personally prefer that to Invictus Gaming.
Because Invictus Gaming just look way too strong at the moment coming out from the Eastern Conference. They're looking exactly how they looked during the spring split. RNG had to go the distance to take them down, and they were the MSI champions. So I'm very curious to see if IG continue this form, what they will look like at an international event.
Rookie's already said it. He knows full well that they can't just rest confidently knowing that they'll be able to win playoffs. They need to come in and attack playoffs because that's where they were exploited before. And they do seem to have that confidence there. So.
Well, the Shy no longer has a wrist injury as well, so potentially could be playing in the top lane for Invictus Gaming. But as we mentioned, that's just we're still in week 10 of the LPL. We still have 2 more days of week 10 to go through on Saturday and Sunday before we go into week 11. The extra week that we have at the LPL due to the fact that Asian Games have shifted around some of the LPL matches. So there's still some time. And tomorrow's matches will be LGD taking on BLG, Rogue Warriors taking on Fun Plus Phoenix, and TOP taking on Snake. And I believe you will be on the desk tomorrow, Rusty, with FLICKR for one of these matches.
I will. The Color Caster Takeover starts tomorrow if my voice allows me to do so. We'll see how it is when we wake up. It'll be Rogue Warriors versus Fun Plus Phoenix, I believe, the game that we'll be doing. Just myself and FLICKR, no play-by-play this time around. So buckle up, everyone. Not even I'm sure where this one's going to go until we get there.
Yep, so that will start at 5 o'clock sharp China Standard Time. If you want to catch the earlier match or the match after that second game, you can head over to panda.tv or douyu.com, where the Mandarin broadcast will have you covered for those 2 games. But it's going to be fun to watch you and FLICKR and have a yelly battle when the team fights take place. This is going to be good.
She's already proclaimed that she is the play-by-play, so I just figured we'll let it go and see what happens, because there'll be a moment where she realizes that she shouldn't say a word and stumble like all play-by-plays will do on their first time. That's what I'm waiting for, and I'm going to be so excited.
We've seen FLICKR in play-by-play before. That was during the Guangzhou LPL finals a couple of years back.
Oh God, it was.
Beautiful. Had some interesting descriptions for J. Charles' Leona play. If you could find that VOD, go watch it. It was amazing. But that's the end of our broadcast today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank Rusty, our entire broadcast team, and you guys back at home for watching these 2 sets that we had on the LPL day. We'll see you tomorrow.